Hey, how you doing, man?
I'll just get my headphones on one sec.
All right.
What about this? Because Farmer and I were on Hangouts,
Oh,
and
you
then we
were?
seen your notification come up. So we
Awesome.
said we've got to get on.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
This is fun. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I could hear you before.
But I couldn't hear you.
Oh,
So
I
I'll
see.
just make sure.
Sure, sure.
It's better. Rightio. Here it goes. Now I can hear you. I'll press OK on headset. So continues there. You can see me okay. This is my redneck style. This is summertime redneck. It's my really tight singlet. So anything will do for a redneck. And normally if it's summertime, I'd have I don't know what you call them over there, but it's like a plaid farmer shirt.
Oh,
It's in plaid.
yeah, yeah.
That's what we'd wear openly. And we'd have, a lot of the rednecks they belong to the fire brigade.
Uh-huh.
Because obviously the reason why they belong to the fire brigade, because they love fire, they love explosions, they love all sorts of things. So what happens? They volunteer the local fire brigade, don't they?
Yeah,
And that is a true story. So
really.
hence, I was a local fireman for 35 years, right?
You were, huh?
But I never blew anything up illegally, all within a good cause, all within my training exercises. Where you But it is a true story that some people that love fires and whatnot, they join the fire brigade,
Uh-huh.
and that's usually encouraged to try to get it out of their system,
Uh-huh.
and it's usually fairly good. But every now and then, there's some really major, how would you put it, if famous is a good word, fires, like a Christmas fire years ago in Western Australia,
Uh-huh.
and it was actually a captain of his local brigade, which was
Really?
very sad for us as firefighters because we don't do that. Only a small percentage does.
Mm.
That's just a little bit of light on my background, my real personal background. But teamed up and we're doing a redback channel, a redneck channel here.
Sure.
I said redback, but we got redbacks in Australia, so that's all good.
Well,
Redback is a spider.
it's a what?
A spider. It's the
Oh,
most dangerous spider in Australia. The redback. Kills
yeah.
people.
Yeah. In fact, it
Yeah,
isn't it the most dangerous spider in the world?
possibly, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to quote that because I'm a redneck. I don't know shit like that.
They're just other animals to you, right? Something
Yeah,
else.
they're just some random. In
Some.
fact, and this is a true story. This is what's going to happen here. A lot of my stories are actually true, and this is what makes it so exciting. I actually slept 3 nights in my swag. You know what a swag is?
Not in your town.
It's a rolled up bed.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
rolled up bed. It's called a swag here.
Oh, okay.
So this is where it's going to get interesting. We've got our words, and Americans have got their words.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So I will have to explain it to the Americans, and that's what's going to make it funny. And, well, I slept on a swag in my mate's shed. He lived in a shed, and a lot of Australians in the outbacks live in corrugated sheds.
Mm-hmm.
They've got no air conditioning. It's hot as anything. I was going to use the F-bomb, but I won't because it's your show. And I slept under a brown snake. Look better for 3 nights. He was rolled up in my swag
Oh
for
man.
3 nights. Do you know what a brown snake is?
Oh yeah.
Deadliest snake in Australia. Anyway, when I rolled up my swag after the third night, there comes out the snake. And guess how long it was?
How long?
5 or 6 feet.
Wow.
And then I don't know if you can see that. What would it be? It'd be the thickness of a 600 ml Coca-Cola bottle.
Okay. Yeah.
See if I can pick up the camera here.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it'd be a thickness of that. That's how big it was. They are really big in Australia.
That's a thick snake, even for a 5 and 6 footer.
Yeah.
Almost like a
And
boa.
yes, they're almost like that, but they're short and stumpy
Mm-hmm.
because 6 feet is short.
Yeah.
Here in Australia. The big snakes are out in the river more.
Uh-huh.
They swim. We get a lot of tiger snakes in the river,
Mm.
and they will swim and then bite you.
Wow.
But they will too. A lot of people that go swimming, which is only about 500 meters from where I live, they go swimming down there in the reeds, and a snake will come out, bite them, and it'll kill them.
Wow.
Paralyze them.
Wow.
That's what we have. That's what us rednecks have got to cope with. That's why we're rednecks. We play it hard. But the reason why we wanted to get on, not just for the entertainment, there's been a few issues which are positives.
Oh, good. Love positives. Lay it on us.
You know how I converse with all my subscribers?
Yeah.
Well, I've been getting over 3,000 notifications in the last 3 days. Right? Notifications everywhere, man. And I've had to try to delete all these notifications. So I just can't keep up with them.
Oh, tell me about it.
I'll get back to them. There's just only like 1,400 subscriber count plus my 500, near 500 now on my Redneck channel. And we found out that Green Bay Wacky put up a video. If you haven't seen that, it's in relation to giveaways. So if you can see that I update my, I thought there was ghosts. It's just my dog was closing the door on my wardrobe in here. It's my art cupboard, because I have an art studio in here.
Oh, okay.
I've got an art studio at home, and I've got an art studio down the main street for the locals.
Oh, cool.
And the tourists. So my main channel here for the, I don't know which one I'm on. I'm on the Redneck one, but the Manic Magic one is my art channel.
Oh.
Right? And this is just for light entertainment, the Redneck channel. And this is what a lot of rednecks don't understand, the ones that I've entered their live streams. They don't understand the concept yet, but they will when it comes to town. When the circus comes to town, they will know what's it about. Because we will be getting bells and whistles. We've had some redneck experiences this morning. I don't know whether I'll get, because I'm going to try and get Farmer JT get up after me if we can. So I'll only do it quickly. And because he's had a few redneck experiences in his morning, just with us trying to communicate. Because when we're on the line, when I'm on the Hangouts on my computer, I was causing bandwidth problems.
Oh.
So I couldn't actually see him. So I had to get on my tablet to see him.
Sure.
Meanwhile, he's trying to put up his green screen. Because his screen's just arrived. The beauty I have, I'm 6.2 feet in height. Right? 100 and something centimeters. So when I extend my green screen poles, I can have them full extended. Then I can put the crossbar up.
Sure.
I'm just standing up.
Yeah. We can actually see it behind you.
I can hold it in the middle and put it on their pegs. Then I can put one end up by putting it on a chair so it's laid out like a sausage. Where you roll it up, and then you put one end up and clamp it, and then you do the other end, clamp it, and then start clamping it in the middle. And you smooth it out, and then you clamp it to the outside, which I'm waiting for more clamps so it can go the whole room. Because this is 3 meters by 2 meters. What would that be in your language? 10 feet by 7 feet?
Something like that. Yeah. That's generally what they come in as.
Yeah, rightio. So that will, and we'll be doing a video of teaching you how to do it redneck style, how to set up your OBS. All the technical stuff is that you've got to clamp all your edges really taut.
Yeah.
And you've got to iron. You've got an iron, but I won't explain farmer's experience with the iron. It got out of control. I'll let him explain if he gets up. He's not a very happy chappy. There was fire happening. And anyway, so I'm going to have to iron mine. But what he didn't do is he put the iron directly to the green screen. And you got to be very fast when you iron it that way. That's how you do it if you're a redneck. If I take my redneck clothes off, you've got to put your normal clothes on, and then you change character, and then you put a sheet down on your bedroom floor or your lounge room floor or flat. Then you put a sheet on top, and then you iron it. He direct ironed it,
Well, wait a minute. Let's go back to the ironing. You sure there wasn't a tractor involved in the ironing?
Maybe. I'll let him explain. Man, I thought I was redneck. This young lad at the age of 12, he's more redneck than I am.
Really?
And he's building tractors out on his farm. He's just bought a tractor similar to the one that you refurbished, right? And I actually had one I refurbished identical to yours.
Did you really?
And guess what I did to that?
What?
Oh, in fact, I've still got a scar on my arm somewhere where I cranked it. Because the battery, because we had problems with the starter motor. With the solenoid and that.
Yeah.
So we were having problems there all the time. So I tried to hand crank it. So I was doing that every morning. And when it's cold, it gets a bit hard to start.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, it kicked back. And I thought I nearly broke my arm. I was lucky because I was a bit of a beast.
Yeah.
So this was only about 8 years ago. So I was still a strong man working out in the farm. So it hit me really hard. But I don't know if you can see it anymore, but it was really like a real red scar on my arm for a while.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be the first one to have your arm broken by one of those kicking back.
Oh, I was so lucky. I was like this for ages.
Oh, yeah.
It happened to me. Anyway, you know what I did? And then we got an old one similar to that. We got it out of the neighbour's pit.
Out of what?
Out of his pit, like the dump or the trash heap.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it was an old one that he had years ago. In fact, it was his first one when he actually owned his first farm. Oh. It was historic, so we wanted to, him and myself, the neighbour and myself, wanted to restore it. So we did. And then and because it was too old for the farm, we wanted to use it for something.
You remember what year it was?
I can't recall that. I could have. So we wanted to use the PTO and the hydraulics on it. Sure. So we invented a post hole digger. Oh. You know how much they shake and jerk and whatnot as it is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, imagine what happens when you're transferring hydraulic fluid and through a thing that hangs off and flaps around, and it's a post hole digger that's made with homemade parts. Imagine two farmers getting together and welding up this object. And then to convert it with hydraulics, and you're running it off the PTO, plus you've got to learn how to reverse it up, and then try to locate where you want the post. Because what happened was we had to, if you understand, I don't know they have them in America, but they have concrete posts here for farming. It's just a form. There's several types. You've got perma posts, you've got wooden posts, you've got T-posts. We've got concrete posts where they've got wire in them as reinforcing. Yeah. Well, they're a very weak post, but they were very cheap. They were done in the 70s, they were used, right? Yeah. 1970s. Well, over there, we were close to the coast there at down in South Australia, so we're close to the beach. And we had a big storm one day, and you're aware of the roly-polies, you know, like in the American movies, the Western.
Yeah, the tumbleweeds.
Tumbleweeds, that's
tumbleweeds in the U.S.
When they build up, the wind blows them and rips them out the ground.
Yeah.
And what happens is you've got this whole fence stringed up for the tumbleweeds.
Yeah.
Well, it takes a lot of weight. And then when it rains, the tumbleweeds got all that water soaked into them. So what happens? The winds keep pushing and then snap. They all snap off like carrots.
Wow.
Not one by one, constantly. So we had this fence that we had to rebuild. And so we had the tractor with the post hole digger and had to first we used the tractor with it on it and rip out this excess of the post. So pull out the post first on the end of what would you call it? A lifter?
The bucket?
It's it's a bar connected to your PTO.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Then you can pull it up.
Yep.
If not, because it's only in sand. If you had to, you get the bucket and you can pull it up with it. There's all methods that we can use.
Oh, yeah,
it's where you connect the carryall, right, on the PTO, where the 3-point linkage, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
made the mistake. Anyway, you can pull them out like that. And then what you then got to do is relocate where they've been.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to measure up because it's all crude. It's redneck style. So then you've got to drill. Well, he couldn't do it because he used to get, it was that bad. He used to get, what would you call it? Seasickness.
Oh,
Car
really?
sickness. It used to be that bad.
Because of the bucking?
Because of the bucking, it's like rodeo style. And I'm like this, trying to, and I'm on the back of the tractor, and I do this days, solid days straight doing these posts. It's that bad. Yeah.
That would have been a
that
good
bad.
comedy show.
It would have. I wish I had my YouTube channel then. Man, I would have done redneck style, rodeo, bucking pole.
Tractor rodeo.
Tractor rodeo, true story. And this is the sort of stuff we're going to do on our YouTube channel. Real.
Oh, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, and the thing, this is what it is. It's just comedy. And we're going to do it without any vulgar, any cussing.
Uh-huh.
We're going to do the beats. We're going to edit everything. Because what we want to do is get people to send their videos in.
Sure.
Well, when you're sending videos in, and the videos then what we don't have is the rules are you're allowed to use 30 seconds of anyone's content for promotional.
Uh-huh.
Right? So we'll do 30 seconds of lots of people's steps and create a video file. So people will watch. And what you do is a playlist of all your redneck stuff that you playlist 30 seconds of. And we can do that legally because we're doing all that by above board with the YouTube policies. And this is what I'm about to tell you once I get serious. But just before I do that, quickly,
Sure.
I mean, I can talk all day. I'm a freak. I never used to use an alarm clock to wake up. 7 o'clock sharp, because even farmers have a schedule. Because their wives make a schedule. They say breakfast at 7, 8 o'clock start at work.
Yep.
Right, and that's our day. Sometimes it's earlier, depending on what we have to do. But 7 o'clock sharp, I'm awake. And all of a sudden, I elbow my missus, and I said, I just had a dream. And she said, and she'd be rolling her eyes. Okay, what now, Minnie? But I wasn't. That was my real name. Oh, okay, what now, Minnie? She's going, because she's heard it all before. People get to know me. They understand that. They tend to roll their eyes. And I said, I had a dream. That I said the neighbour, his father, which was in his 70s, and my mate next door, Dave, they were lining up. They were like, do you know cricket? Like cricket in Australia, where they play cricket, the Aussie game.
I know of it, but I've never played it. No.
Right, no, that's okay. You know how they got wicket keepers?
Yeah.
They have their hands out like that, wait for the ball.
Yep.
I'll get in view. Sorry.
Yeah, you need to scoot to your left. There you go, right there.
I got Ken Heron all the time. He loves to roll around on his chair. Right? And when they're trying to set for the ball, that's the way they look. And this is what we're going to... Anyway, they were lining up the fence in this fashion. And because I'm an artist, I'm going to paint the scene.
Yeah.
That was in my head. Right? And these art paintings are going to become... they will go rocket on my channel. Right? Anyway,
cool.
they're setting it up. And then there's this priest, mind you, and the priest is blessing the fence. And this is all in my dream. Now, I think, how weird is that? How sad is that? And people that I've told the story, they said, Trevor, that's my real name. That's not sad. That's not sad. You put pride in what you do.
Yeah.
And you're in. And guess what we were using for the posts?
What's that?
A bark tree, which are twisted posts that were like this. They were as straight as that. You imagine how straight these posts were.
Yeah.
They were like almost like an essay. You do is try to get them as straight as possible and just twist them to the flat area best you could.
Yep.
So you could string the fence up. Well, anyway, that's enough of that story. I've got heaps. And people have heard that on my main channel, which is because Farmer has a main channel, but I'll allow him to explain why he is in jail. It's nothing what he did. So just in case people think he's been naughty and he's been a naughty redneck, no, he's been a very very sweet lad, right?
Yeah.
'Cause he's not on the redneck. So it's all good news, though. That's why we did the Redneck Channel.
And that's Farmer JT you're talking about?
Yes, he will hopefully come up next if we can get on.
Yeah,
Well,
cool.
I'm hopeless. He's good at technology.
Yeah, the second
He's
time.
12-year-old.
Second time's always easier.
Yeah, and he's 12 years old. At 12 years old, they're born with technology in their mouth.
Oh, I know.
They're born. They live on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And anyway, getting back, because I haven't got notes today, but getting back to Green Bay Wacky, right? Top guy, I invited him to come on our panel.
Uh-huh.
And he said, I'll give it a miss. He says something along those lines. I won't quote him because I haven't got the email with me.
Uh-huh.
He says, give it a miss, but that's just me. Right?
He said what now? Say that again.
He was going to give it a miss, or he's not going to touch it at this time. But that's him, because there's a few issues.
Yeah.
But he's probably not aware of how we're going to sort them out. We haven't conversed in that level yet.
Sure,
but
sure.
I just gave him a very polite email back, and I said, that's fine, Dave, just be, and I can fully understand why. So I'll touch on that shortly. Fully understand why you won't touch us. He didn't say we won't touch him with a barge pole.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. But
Barge
I can
pole.
understand that, because after I've learned what's happening with the YouTube policies, I can understand why.
Absolutely.
He wants to feel it out for a moment, see what happens.
Yeah.
And that's what we all have to do.
Yep.
I told Farmer today, now we've got to get our chill pills on, and what we've got to do is, just bear with me, where are they?
Yeah, we are all waiting for that dust to settle, for sure.
So we're waiting for the dust to settle. I don't know what I've done with my sunglasses. They're there somewhere, it doesn't matter. But when I'm in my hat, right, I wear this hat, and then I put my sunglasses on. If you see the intro video, you'll know I've got my sunglasses on, I've got a fake cigar, and then I'm the producer or the movie maker of the Redneck Channel. See, the Redneck Channel is based comedy and acting. So I get into character. So my character, you'll see different characters. One of my characters is the fisherman. I've got the hunter. I've got the drop bear scientist that goes on the search of the drop bear.
The drop bear?
Yeah, well, look it up. Drop bears are mythical characters that are formed around campfires.
Oh, okay. I had not heard that.
They're made up by Australians here when they've got times around the campfire, and hence, instead of singing Kumbaya, we go around talking about drop bears.
Really?
Yes. Right?
Drop bears. Now tell. Wait. Before you go too far, tell us what are these drop bears known to do? If everybody's got a story.
Yeah, they live in eucalyptus trees. And when you go out at night, when you haven't got a searchlight and you're going out to...
You mean next to the koalas?
Bigger than koalas.
Oh, bigger.
And they've got teeth.
Oh, okay.
Got claws.
Oh, yeah, I see where this is going.
And when you go out to dig a hole to have a shit, a crap...
You can say shit.
Dump.
A dump. Yep.
No, I can't use some of the other terms. They could be slightly wrong. And this is what we've got to try and curve ourselves on. So we're trying to make it family-friendly show.
Somewhat family-friendly, yeah.
This is where the comedy's going to come, because we're going to slip with stuff. I mean, especially if Cat 7 gets on there, and he's volunteered already.
Oh, he has? That's awesome.
Yes. So especially if he gets on there, he might drop a few bombs. And we've got to try to avoid that. And we'll laugh. And, I mean, anyway, and when you go and try to dig a hole, a drop might come down and get you. And that's what drop bears is about.
Oh, okay.
Now, the rest of it, we'll leave it to your imagination.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine the stories.
So we're going to do skits on that. And Farmer's got his legendary creature, which he'll explain in his videos.
Okay.
Because we've had a lot of people, like I said, the New Zealanders want to be in on the act. The Canadians want to get on the act. The UK wants to get on the app, those what they want to do is pimp up their vehicles and have redneck style pimped up vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they do in their video, they can enter. So it's all full. It's all open to everyone, and we're just trying to create videos, fun, and we'll have a panel, and we'll have games, we'll have quizzes involving the show of basically where the difference between Australian rednecks and the Aussie rednecks. So like Farmer JT said, I'm just going to tell people to hold their horses. He will be coming.
Yeah.
So all those Canadians and New Zealanders around there, watch this show. Your turn will come. Now, that is not clickbait. That is a grab.
Oh yeah.
Right?
And don't forget about the Russians, man. Have you watched some of the Russian redneck videos? Oh, good Lord, do they have some ingenuity going on?
I'll ask you this question.
Sure.
It's your name's Jim. Now, Jim, I'll look into the camera.
All right.
Now, Jim.
Yep, you're looking into it.
Where do you think we got our research from?
Yeah.
The biggest YouTube channel in Russia. How many subscribers do you think they have?
I have no idea.
14 million.
Wow.
How much do you think they had on their hits on their last 3 days?
I can't even imagine.
5.5 hits on their last video.
Wow. 5.5 million?
Yes.
Good Lord.
Why do you think we started up our show?
No, I think it's a great idea, man. It's
And guess what?
it's YouTube worthy. What?
And guess what? We're
What?
going to create this show better.
Well, there you go.
If we steal, and I say steal because everyone steals to a certain element, some of their concept,
Mm-hmm.
and then branch off from that, like we're doing, how entertaining do you think that's going to be?
Oh,
And it's just down our alley
wildly entertaining.
because we're going to follow the guidelines, and we won't get axed. There's that many YouTube channels out there getting banned
Mm-hmm.
or getting copyright strikes.
Yep.
Or the way strikes. So what we wanted to jump on your channel for was to explain that we may have to revamp or restructure going by the guidelines of the copyright, or not the copyright, the giveaway policy.
Mm-hmm.
Revamp it and discuss that, and then look at because this is the beauty of YouTube. I've had guild skills up. I've had lots of other channels come, not only just to say I follow you, mate.
Uh-huh.
I love what you got. They're actually giving me advice.
Cool.
Guild skills gave me a full page of advice.
Who was that
Now,
again?
Guild skills.
Bill Skills?
Yeah, that's his channel name.
Oh, okay.
How many people take their time to help another channel out because they're excited the concept you want to create?
Not a lot.
They want me to get down that road to do it correctly, so it doesn't spoil his fun either.
Right.
He wants a viewer. He wants it to happen. He wants to get on my back. He
Yeah.
wants to be there and give me a big hug. He gave me all the advice how we can do giveaways.
Cool.
And they don't actually have to be giveaways that are physical, handed, or mailed.
Mm-hmm.
They can be in the sum of, say, I'll give you the top 3 examples that he had. It might be a day on Green Bay Wacky as a joint host. It could be a day with something else, or Pusa Studios, or if they get involved. It
Right.
could be something along those lines where it can help grow their channel.
Yeah.
It could be other sort of ways where it's still within guidelines of their policies. And with my education and background, I used to actually write and implement policies involving the firefighting brigade.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh,
as
okay.
a professional. So I'm all up with policies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm still human. I might neglect some policies or get behind a little bit because we get so wound up and excited in YouTube excitement
Oh, yeah.
of what can and what can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's a little bit of anarchy because it's YouTube. Sometimes they're on our back all the time. So sometimes what you do is you just don't bother. You just and I'm guilty of that.
Oh yeah.
I just gotta take a sip of my drink, mate.
By all means.
And you might get to get me to shut up too.
I'm gonna join you. You're right. Those are actually very valuable when you get somebody else involved and they're going to bring on a show. That's a great giveaway. That is a fantastic giveaway.
It is.
One of the biggest things that helped me with my channel was actually getting quite a bit of shout out from the Nick Nimmin crew. Nick and D,
yes.
yeah, it was awesome.
Very good. I noticed that you're pointing out different, and because I watch your replays, buddy, by the way, and I watched. In fact, everyone that you had on your subscriber list or in your chat, I already have actually a good relationship with.
Awesome.
Even the lady from over in the Philippines. Where do you think I got my sub count from?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
There's 150 people from the Philippines.
Yeah.
Now, how come?
What?
Because my brother married one of my other my brother's married 2 Philippines. He's had 2 wives.
Oh yeah.
Right. First relationship, which didn't turn out because they were very young, and all the rest. But he loved the people that much. He married again. And she's a teacher here in Australia. And she's a beautiful person. So all of a sudden this person come along that's subscribed to my channel from the Philippines. I was asked where you were from, and we got to know each other. And then all of a sudden I clicked on his channel. Then he was having a live stream. Then all these other people flooded in. Well, it's what an experience. Because then you'd get one family. I thought it was a family. They'd all come up to the camera and have 5 seconds. Hello, how are you? And read down the chat, do their shout outs. And then another family member. But it wasn't a family member. It was their restaurant. People that work in their restaurant and they have their YouTube channel in their restaurant.
Yeah,
and while they're cooking and whatnot, they're following the chat. So the camera's not sitting there idle.
Yeah.
And all you're seeing is a blank screen or their shop behind them. So they all come back up and just, while they're taking turns cooking, they can speak into the camera and say such and such, hello, I'll give you a big shout out, such and such here and all the rest of it. Really good concept.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Because they're very poor, some of them there. But I went there back into his home where he's doing this cooking. I did a cooking video back in his home. And I had the concept that in a lot of places can be very poor.
Sure.
Which is the case. But I looked at where he invited me into his home to do a cooking video. Oh, beautiful home. They're house proud, very nice. And he was teaching me how to do a recipe. And I said, oh, this is great because I'm familiar with Philippine cuisine.
Yeah.
Because my sisters cook Filipino food for me. And so he's stringing off all these names, running these names off. I was very familiar with them. Because another string to my bow, I'm actually a chef as well. And so I'm a cook. I've been a pub cook for years.
Yeah.
And at restaurants and that. So I'm all into that. And I've got many strings to my bow. And there's a long story, but you'd understand why if you were to go on Val's life and watch the interview of Manic Magic, you'll understand why. All I'll say is to get your tissues out. You might end up crying.
Oh man.
It is because I've had a very rough life. And but look at me, I get on with it.
Yeah.
And so where was it? You being the host, you got to get me on track, buddy. Where was I?
Well, I just wanted to say, on the back of what you just said, that I can absolutely see why you survived, man. You've just got a great attitude, just a fantastic attitude.
I help everyone out, man.
Yeah.
My biggest,
That's huge.
If it's ever a regret, my only biggest regret is I might give too much information.
Yeah.
And give out too much secrets.
Yep.
So that's when I've got to pull back. But all I am is excited. I just want to help each other out. People see that.
I totally get that. In fact,
and that's the only reason.
What's the only reason?
is why I give out so much myself.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I do the same thing, and not to steal any thunder, but we were talking about going on to live channels, and one, talking to the host and making sure the host knows that you appreciate them doing what they're doing. But also, when people ask questions, and everybody asks questions in live streams, what I try to do is I try to answer those that I know the host can't get to, if I know the answer, and that's just helping people out.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I've got a whole bunch of people who have emailed me consistently, and even some of the comments that I'll make when I go to look at somebody's channel. Let's say that they've subscribed to me, and I'll go check them out. If I see something that maybe could make them better at what they do, I make mention of it in the nicest possible way, and I've gotten a whole lot of positive feedback. Like, that's a great idea. I didn't know I was doing that sort of thing. So I totally get where you're coming from, man. And I think everybody should do that. I really do, and it would be a better community, right?
Yes, because one of our prizes, because hopefully if JT gets on, if that's Farmer, he's the tech savvy dude, right? He actually does reviews. He actually will help your channel. The prizes, he's going to, if you were to converse with him with email and ask what banners, if you're having trouble with banners, he will be able to, you give him the ideas of what you want, and then he'll present ideas back, and then he'll make banners for you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's savvy. He'll even edit movies for you. All you have to do is give him an idea of what he wants. Because easy time is free for him when he's got the time, and he does it because he's got his school farming. His holidays are coming up, so he'll work on the farm, but he's got the evening to do it.
Yeah,
and for him to do it only takes him 5 minutes. Like, he did a video for me, and I'm thinking, and he's like this with the mouse. He's like crazy like this with the mouse, and I'm wondering, oh my God, you are redneck. And we all have a laugh about it. And,
just part of the new generation.
That's right. And like, we've got these, I don't know if you know what these are. I don't know if I'm allowed to advertise them, but these, I think you can see them in the camera.
Oh, yeah. Well, those beef sticks?
Yeah, they're those. Yeah. And these ones are very, very hot.
I love hot, spicy food.
They're hot, spicy. But when I eat these in the Coke, it actually intensifies the hot spiciness. Man, they redneck.
I see a new challenge coming.
Yes, so the challenge is to fit the most sticks in my mouth. That'll be the challenge. And see who can stick more sticks in their mouth, because when I was only a teenager, and just when I was going into my apprenticeship, we used to have competitions in the middle of winter, and we'd whack up the heaters so great. This is like 5 lads all sharing accommodation. And so we're whacking the heaters up really, really high so we can make it hot, so we can drink more alcohol. And so we were having challenges, weren't we? As you do.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so I can scull a stubby, which is like a little bottle here, in
8 ounce?
In 3.2 seconds. I can drink a can of, I don't know how many ounces it is, 270 mil or whatever.
12 ounce?
Of 3 mouthfuls of the can of scotch or Jim Beam. And I can scull 3 of them in a row, flat out, and put my can back on the table.
Remember, kids, don't do that at home.
Don't do that at home. So if I can do that, I can stick a lot of things in my mouth.
Careful, we're on the edge of TMI there.
Exactly. And the best part is I've got a few teeth missing, so there's a few gaps there to add a few more sticks.
You get a few extra in, yeah.
This is where the humour is, man. We can be on the edge of our seats.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so, and then there's the children's side of it. The reason why I want to touch on the policies. if you're not aware, for the last 10 minutes, is it? We've been discussing about a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I checked out his channel. He's a young guy.
But if you work out, he's old for his age.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still a kid too. He has his kid moments.
Yep.
And his adult moment, because he's worked hard on the farm. And if you see him on the farm, he works very hard.
Mm-hmm.
And he presses and he stuffs up, but he curves it. And he kicks this and he kicks that. He gets angry because he doesn't get it out of his system, because that's how a 12-year-old kid can do it, to get it out.
Yep.
As you do. We're all been 12 before. And so we've had to make it as kid-friendly as possible.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been discussing what we can't do on the channel through the policies, and what we have to put in disclaimers. So what we do is they've got to bring their videos in. They don't present them through links, no links, because we're not going to be caught with copyright strikes.
Right.
Or strikes. So anything that wants to come in, no links accepted, because we don't have the opportunity to check them first. If you've noted, Mr. Crowley got a warning for a copyright strike. He's in the droning community because he put up a link of someone that he trusted from a moderator, because he only has moderators. When it came from a moderator, it had some music on there that wasn't copyright friendly. And
he got a strike for that.
He got a strike for that, but it was only a warning strike, because it's a 3-strike policy and you're out. So he's got 1 strike. And that's been quite aware of in the droning community, those who know him. So they're all been, we tell each other, so we're all aware of it. And so we don't want that to happen. So any of the videos of pics, like I explained to Mitt and Dadsy, I call him. Mitt and Dadsy. And I said, get your family, team up and do redneck style video and make it funny. Do it involve your farm, because we all have a bit of redneck inside of us. And he said that would be easy to do, and that would be quite funny, reckons. So he's going to do that, and we will invite everyone else to do that, and to present your videos or pics. And the beauty of that, then we can show them. It helps our channel out, and it helps their channels out.
Right.
And they make sure that this is Mitt and Dadsy and family going redneck. So you present it in that style. They can do parades. They can pimp up their tractor or their grapple, their machine that has the grapple thing on it.
Yeah.
And all the rest of it. They can do whatever they like. It'll be their imagination, and that's what we invite. We've got to endorse American flags. We don't want any Confederate flags, because it's a touchy situation.
It has become that.
It's become that, so we endorse American flags and we endorse the Australian flags, because we have touchy flags too.
Yeah.
We have the Confederate flag. We have the Southern Cross flag. Are you aware of the Southern Cross flag?
I've heard of it, but I'm not aware of its history. Right.
They use it for union movements and anything that creates anarchy.
You're talking about workers union?
Yeah, they use that symbol. It's a blue one with the Southern Cross. What happened in Ballarat, they had a gold rush there in Victoria, Australia. Right? Is that big a gold rush? Even all the policemen, all the printing clerks, the magazine, the newspaper people, everyone, the city of Melbourne, which is the capital of Melbourne at one, capital of Australia at one time, was a ghost town. Because everyone went to the gold rush to get work.
Oh, wow.
Whether it was put up shops, whether it was put up cleaning, whether it was put up whorehouses, whether it was put up, whether it was police stations. And what was happening, they were causing the government wanted, what happens, that the government of the time was YouTube. They wanted their coin, so they wanted a piece of it.
Sure.
So they were putting up big where you had to have big red licenses. And they're putting the license up a deal, and they couldn't afford it, because the ones that struck it rich could afford it. The ones that were working week in, week out, they didn't even have an income.
Oh, okay.
Because they struck it rich, so they could afford the license. So they'd have troopers, which were police of the day, and they got out of control because they were starting to shoot some of these miners.
Oh.
The miners were running away, or they're putting the law in their own hands.
Uh-huh.
And it got out of control, and it ended up becoming a corral where they tried to fight one another, and a lot of people on both sides got killed that day, and it was called the Eureka Stockade. It's a famous part of our history, and they used that flag of the Southern Cross, which is it's a star constellation, and they use that within their flag.
Oh.
It's the star constellation that you can see on my chest. One sec.
I can see it. Yeah. Yep, we can see it.
Star and we actually adopted that with our flag, our actual flag. We used that from this Eureka Stockade. That's how strong that is for people that going through trying to get along and trying to get food on the table.
That's fascinating.
That's how much it needs.
Yeah,
And
sounds a lot like the Pinkerton Union bust back in the 30s, I believe, 20s and 30s in the U.S.
I'm aware of all that. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm studying a lot of American history.
Yep.
So I'm up to speed with a lot of stuff that's in America. So I'm not ignorant in that form. And then
I'm just going to continue to claim ignorance on Australia's history. Call me the typical Yank. I tend to be on the ignorant side of that.
That's okay, buddy.
That's why I like having you guys on, because I learned so much. But go ahead. You're actually talking about flags.
Yeah, and then we use the emu and the kangaroo on our coat of arms.
Oh, okay.
And are you aware why we use the emu and the kangaroo on our Australian arms?
I am not.
Right, here's a bit of trivia for you. The reason why they use the emu and the kangaroo, because they're the only two animals in the world that cannot run backwards.
Really?
And so therefore, we put them on the coat of arms because we wanted Australia to move forward.
That's cool. That is cool. And I had no idea about those animals. It's funny because we were watching a National Geographic special over at my family's place, and I seem to know more about the animals than most of them. Of course, me and my son are probably the only hunters in the bunch, and I did not know that about emus and kangaroos.
Yeah. See, I'm a hunter from way back. I don't know what farmer gets up to. He's only 12 years old. His parents might not be hunters.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be. We're becoming a dying breed.
Yeah, that's right. But I know he's definitely a drone pilot. He's got some really good videos on his drone.
That's cool.
He's in Colorado.
Uh-huh.
That's the Aussie way of pronouncing it. I don't know.
Colorado, yeah. You got it right.
Worries. So, so basically, we've had to curve it and plus we want to make it family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what I've done is I've promoted my videos and my channel, but at the same time, I've given your audience a piece of advices or some topics that they can now go back and look at their policies, because that's how important it is.
Absolutely.
It's been moving that fast. I've been getting average, because our channel's moving that fast. It's a whirlwind, and I haven't been able to check out the policies enough.
And I haven't either. I'm the same way.
Only because of Green Bay Wacky's video.
Yeah.
So I happened to click on it. I watched his whole video, and a lot of people don't.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I watch all his videos.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If I can, anyway. Because the reason why we do, buddies,
Mm-hmm.
I'll look down the camera if I can. The reason why we do, because they don't talk bullshit. They actually say what it is and do what they say.
Yeah.
It's not smoke and mirrors all the time.
Right.
They have a lot of fun, but they do give a lot of advice because they care. How was that?
Yeah, no, it's perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Because they care.
Yep. And you know what I do? I don't know if you were aware of this, but you probably browsed my channel a little bit. Have you noticed?
Yes,
have you noticed the guest cuts?
Yes.
The guest cut videos? Yeah. Yours will be up soon. I'll cut one from our last talk and this one, and you're more than welcome to use that on any channel you want to in a playlist. You know, that
Oh,
that is that is yeah, that's part of the thing. What it does is it gets rid of my yammering at the head end. And then it just gets into the meat, of us talking, and all those tips that you had, you'll be able to post on your channel, all of the information about the Redneck channel that you just gave us.
yeah.
Post it on your channel in the playlist, man. You're more than welcome to. I like
And
to
there's a lot of. Yep, go on.
Oh, I like to think of it as we're creating content not just for me, but for you as well, for any of my
Yeah,
guests.
I see. Yep, very good.
Yep.
So we've got other people, guests lined up, and we've got people in the droning community and in the RC community
hmm
that may or may not do things to their RC vehicles,
Uh-huh.
may or may not. But remembering it is a redneck channel, that's all I have to say. Interesting.
Well, I am so looking forward to it, my friend. I am so looking forward to it. I have breezed a couple of your videos. I've been busy watching other, new friends' videos.
Yes, yes.
Because I like
As
to,
you gotta do.
yeah,
As you
anybody,
gotta do.
yeah, anybody that, like you said, anybody that subscribes to me, I think I owe it to them to go check out their stuff, and if I like it, I'll subscribe, and I'll actually watch videos all the way through and comment on them.
Well, how are you going to know if you're going to like it unless you do watch 2.5 minutes?
Exactly, and I try
Because
to
a
watch
lot,
it all the way through. I don't try to just cut it off at 2.5. If the video interests me, I'll watch it all the way through. And it's
I do
funny,
too.
yeah, funny because a lot of the drone footage, man, I'll watch a ton of that. I love that
Oh,
stuff.
I do too. This is what I've got. They're
Yeah,
my go-to channels. That's why I love droning.
yeah.
And what was I going to say? Oh, and like I did in one of my live streams, there was an RC guy, or FPV, which is in the drone world, which is to do with the racing drones.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, there was someone there called the Horses Shop.
Uh-huh.
That's it. She's got a channel, and she was talking about woodworking. And anyway, he popped in and says, I like cherry wood and all these, and he was stringing all these names of wood. I said, hang on, guys, this is unheard of. You're a drone pilot. You're not allowed to know about carving wood. It's not allowed to interest you because that's not your topic. And the point that I was making is, how are you going to know if you're going to be interested in their because horses shop?
Yeah.
You're not going to know that's a woodworking thing. But that's only part of it.
Oh yeah.
The woodworking is only a side of what she's about.
Right.
They were able to, by coming on my stream, they were able to converse with other people and get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, these other people that you may not have connected with, you wouldn't have had any idea if you didn't hit subscribe and you didn't watch at least 2.5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
You would have had no idea.
Exactly.
Beauty of it all. So it's
Well, in his defense, though, you and I both know at our age that we have a lot of interest and a lot of knowledge and a lot of things. I could go on tomorrow on a woodworking channel and speak to him as though I'm a coworker of theirs. I do a lot of woodworking myself.
I do too.
Yeah, I've been a realtor. I've done a lot of metal work. I've worked on hundreds of cars. I mean, it's the young kids maybe not, but we have the experience where we can actually relate to these folks, and that makes it great.
I used to sell gravestones for funerals.
Did you really?
And install them as well. I used to do the whole package.
Oh,
I'd sell it from the start and then
Uh-huh.
finish it off and collect the money.
That'd probably be a hard YouTube channel to find, wouldn't it?
I wish I
But
had
you
the
never know.
YouTube channel back then.
Yeah, you
But
never know.
That's because I've been in sales. That's I feel being in so many areas of sale that is the hardest selling point because you're dealing with people with grief.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's got to be
And
brutal.
not only that, you're dealing with people that may only because deal with traditional people. Dealing when I say traditional, what their forefathers have used as a funeral before them. Because sometimes when you come to a grief, you're not thinking properly.
Yeah.
So you think back, who would my father use? And it becomes a tradition.
Sure.
And to break that condition, sometimes it's hard to sell to them.
I bet it
So
is.
I had the ability not only to deal with them while they were in grief,
Mm-hmm.
as well as to break their tradition. and breaking tradition for a salesperson's hard. But I used to do it because, one, they knew me a lot of times because I was in the area,
Mm-hmm.
and two, I'd never tell them porky pies, and I wouldn't try to make a sale just to make bucks. I would make a sale of what they wanted.
Yeah.
You'd get involved and find out what they would like. No use selling, use selling sticks to the Eskimos.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Not the real thing.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So many salesmen don't adhere to that. They're just after the bucks.
Yeah. I mean, I could, like, iSpike is another channel you better get connected with. He has a lot of traffic.
Uh-huh.
He's a star all over YouTube. Well, he said to me, because we know each other personally, he's another hot fellow Aussie,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to be a redneck on my channel.
Yeah.
And I will, because we're good friends. And because he hasn't said yes yet. Right, and our channel, I should say, because it's Farmer's channel too.
Uh-huh.
And I want him to know it's 50-50. Everyone else may not know that, but we do. And he says, you can sell to the Eskimos, can't you? Ice to the Eskimos. And I said, I can even sell ice to you. And because even to your friends, sometimes you can lose friends from making sales.
Oh yeah.
But I'm a sort of salesman. I don't even lose friends because I'll still be honest at the end of the day. Sell more cars that way.
Oh yeah.
I better get off here in case Farmer wants 5 minutes of my fame.
Well, that sounds good. That sounds good.
So you can claim 5 minutes of our fame.
I'll hang out with him. I'll hang out for a while and see if he jumps on. Otherwise, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to sit back and drown some of my sorrows in some of this this very, very, very light beer. It's been a very light beer. It's not my cup of tea, man. I like I'm a porter guy.
Until we're not allowed to, I've got sugar-free Coke.
Sugar-free Coke, yeah.
And that's another thing. Anything that we're drinking on our channel is going to go in mason jars.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't see anything that you're drinking, whether it's alcohol or soft drink.
That's good when you want to stay family friendly.
Yeah, that's how we're going to work it.
Yep. I figure myself as a PG-17.
PG-17.
Yep.
I think we'll be PG-17 too, because I think there will be a bit of grey area there.
There you go. There you go. Keep that. You're gonna have to keep that beep buzzer handy though.
Yes, that's what I'm working on. That's what's coming in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, very
make
cool.
Sure that beep buzzer's there.
Very cool.
So keep onto it.
Well, thanks for coming on again, man. Like I said, I'll
No worries, buddy.
I'll be cutting these down, and like I said, you're more than welcome to use them in a playlist on your channel and whatever you want to do with them.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you bet.
Thanks, Jim.
You bet.
Thanks,
We'll talk to you. It's Trevor, right?
And the reason why your channel appeals to me,
Why is that?
you're not just a radio jock. You actually live life and actually do a bit of hunting. You built your tractor
Yep.
and all the rest of it. That's what appealed to me. 'Cause
Wonderful.
as a radio jock myself a little bit,
Uh-huh.
I still don't like the concept of what a radio jock can turn into.
Me neither.
Some of them can be bombastic, where you're none of that, so I appreciate that, Jim.
Oh, well, thank you very much, man. That means a lot to me. All right, take care, my friend.
No worries, buddy. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. All right, we'll catch you next time.
Cheers, buddy.
Did you enjoy this video? Well, you made it to the end, so I'm going to assume that you did. If you want to see where we take this, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell right now. That way you won't miss out on future videos and guests. Also, make sure you comment, like, and share to help build this unique community. Thanks again for watching, and remember, always treat others as you want to be treated. See you live.